Hi, I'm Will Palmer with Better Homes and Gardens Coast Properties, and welcome to my 38 Condo Report, live from Washington, D.C. Just kidding. I'm coming live from my home office in the Florida Panhandle. Wow, this is my 2025 condo update year in review. Lots to talk about. 2025 was a very good year. We started the year off with an absolute bang. Then sales throughout most of the year were very slow in the condo sector. Why is that? Well, some of it had to do with interest rates, but the majority of it had to do with just fears of milestone reports, special assessments, and the kind of cloud of uncertainty that was around that. Looking forward, most buildings along 30A have either completed their milestone report, had an assessment, and or already finished the work, right? So going into 2026 and beyond, I really don't think that's going to be much of an issue. That should be something totally in the rearview window, which is great. Let's talk about the numbers, the year-end statistics for 2025. As of December 31st, there were 178 condos active on 30A. You had 15 pending, and it was a pretty good variety. It was equally distributed between the East and West End, and we'll get into that a little bit more in a second. But it was a wide variety of price ranges. They were all 500,000 and above. They did have an average of 700 days on the market, which is pretty low. I mean, that's impressive for the end of the year condos. Sold for the year, we sat at 192 units. 192. And when you break that down, you get 165 days on the market, a median price range in the 853 and some change range, which is good price range. And solds were anywhere from 240,000 to almost 7 million for condos. So that's awesome. When you break it down east-west, a lot of times people ask about, what about the East End? Is the East End better than the West End? What is it? 145 sales were on the East End compared to 47 on the West End. Some of that is just preference. Some of it is there are a lot more condos on the East End, which is considered anything Grayton East. So if you look at Grayton Beach to the east towards Rosemary, that is 30A East. And like I said, it does have way more condos, right? There was a large concentration of sales in the Seagrove area, which obviously is in that section. What do these numbers look like when you're comparing them to years past? Well, in 2024, we had 220 sales. In 2023, 278 sales. If you go all the way back to 2022, which keep in mind, end of pandemic, still huge push, 2022 saw 389, right? That was a heavy concentration of things in Rosemary, on the east side of Seagrove, and right around the Gulf Place area, which was contributed some to some new construction that had been done. What's happening so far in 2026? Well, we're off to a really good start right now. There are 176 active units. There are 17 under contract, right? They averaged about 103 days on the market with a median price of 1.249. So way up from what the average sold for last year. So that tells you the upper end of the market's moving really well right now. And we've had 0 closings. It's just 11 days in. If you have any questions about the real estate market, would you like me to break these numbers down for you anymore? I would love to. Give me a call. My name is Will Palmer, and I'm the broker owner of Better Homes and Gardens Coast Properties.